3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Can everybody hear me? All right, last try in a couple seconds. All right, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Everybody can hear me all right? Good. Alright then, everybody, welcome back to Orange Skate Gaming. Last time on Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, we made it through the Charlian portion of things, it seems. At least the first part. And now we're headed into the new region of Thavnair, based on India. But before we head into that, I have to give you, of course, this. Spoiler warning ahead. Everything you're about to see is all story. So, spoilers for Endwalker and the main scenario questline. And so today I hope to get to the first dungeon at least. I don't know when that's going to be. I think it's coming up soon. If I remember correctly, it is in Thavnair from what the demo told us. But yeah, before we get started, if you haven't already and you enjoyed what you see here at all today and you want to support the channel, make sure that you leave a follow here on Twitch, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me over on Twitter to stay up to date for when I go live next. Let's get started, shall we? So the good news is I was able to get in early. What the fuck? What? No! Oh, there we go. Right. Let us split up and make inquiries in town, Orin. The pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can regroup by the Aetheryte. Off-putting through the mere sight of it may be. The Aetheryte does look fucking weird. I will admit that. So yeah, I have been having drift issues, as you can see. See? You see the problem? Yeah. So if my gameplay is ever shit, or I suddenly just run, yeah, you know what happened. There's your disclaimer right there for that. So I don't want people coming in here going like, oh wow, he's so shit, lol. It's like, yeah, my controller's impaired, dumb fuck. Of course it's gonna be shit. Why am I looking at a creative... Oh, god damn it. The crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling as if they had been left too long. Oh, my good sir. What do you have to say? Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Thavnair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is not as good as dead. Is as good as dead. What will become of us? Only the gods know. I think the gods abandoned you, buddy. Yeah, that's better. God damn it. Yeah, doing these surveying missions and stuff like that, that's gonna be a pain in the ass, isn't it? I could just tell. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels farther away. Compared to other ports you have visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Ginalil? Am I saying that right? What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales? Still do it daily out of habit, though. I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat like Kalzal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're travelers by the look of you? No, you're a traveler by the look of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalzal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at Saltwind's Sails, the Harbor Guild building across the water from here. Oh, this place. Voice acting or no? The Dalmaskins aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. God, but this will be an enormous loss. All right. Forget about the Dalmaskins. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Hanish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things because all I do, which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. Sounds like COVID. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I have bad news, my friend. I'm not a merchant. I see, that's a shame. You could be a little bit nicer about it. I have to be small boy for a minute. My god. This thing, like, takes up everything. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsuya, and I'm here to see Kalzal. Oh, there's an elephant here. Oh, it seems she's busy. I'll come back later then. Or did he say he or she? I guess I'll go talk to him. Looks like I have to talk to him. Why were we here again? Yes, can I help you? Ah, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalzal didn't you? I'm Matsuya, a fisherman of Akiali, a nearby village. Am I getting these names right? I just want to make sure that I'm not, like, shitting all over people's languages, which I apologize. I probably will, and I won't know about it, so I should have mentioned that beforehand, probably, but, you know, you got it now. But he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free, anyway. He's a hard-working man, and I dare not disturb him. Yeah, we'll just get rid of these cards I was gonna sell off. And these. That I got in Bosja. I really need to clean out this inventory. It's disgusting. And whatever, I'll do it whenever I finish getting all of these gone. Yeah, that's gonna take a while though. which of these can help me? Yeah, we'll use that. Could have sworn I put that inside of a... I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, I'm remembering something. This coffer, let me see. Yeah, it seems fine. A fisherman's friend. Matsuya regards you nervously. If I may ask, what is it that you do? Well, you see, I go out and I find things, and then I smash people's heads. I mean, discuss diplomacy. Yes, that's what I do. An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people. Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I've brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've ever only dealt with Calzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? You want me to be a fish peddler? This is kind of odd. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. You'll do it then? Show me how to deal with customers? I'm in your debt. Right? Please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedomad. I shall observe you and learn. Oh, he's coming with me. Interesting. Let's try this guy, Maruna. Oh no! Matsuya! Matsuya, are you okay? You're kind of swimming. So am I guess, now. Oh god, how do I get back up? Here we go. I guess I could have just let him over there. Here we go. Yes? Oh, I'm sure your balls and fish are very fresh, but this is rather sudden. I don't need any fish right now, so thanks, but no thanks. Never mind, it never goes well the first time. I'm sure you'll fare better with the next customer. Thank God we survived the dock. Matsuya and I are like 2 peas in a pod, you know? Even though we just met, really? We're both in a very weird business that we really don't know how we got here. Ah, hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? If so, I want to buy some amra. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. No, as I said, it's amra that I want. If I wanted fish, I would have asked for it. Oh well, it's not what they want. Then there's no point forcing it. Let's just move on to the north side of town, shall we? Here we go. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh gods, my stomach. Ugh. Aether sickness? No, nothing so unusual. In my hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Food is the last thing I need right now. Go and sell your fish to someone else. Never mind, we just approached him about it. Time, and timing is everything, yes? Thank you so much for your demonstration. It was a truly eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. I fucked that up. I fucked that up so badly. Alright, come on, Mattia. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. Though you didn't manage to sell any fish in the end, but the way you fearlessly approached strangers gave me much courage. When I peddle my wares, I'll remember your example and endeavor to be fearless too. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kazal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, and who should it be but Mattia? Oh, it's him. Kalzan, have you finished business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me. Try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Mattia, I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families dependent on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters as my witness. Kalzan. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. I feel bad for the guy. Let's go find his village immediately. Thank Grid, we're going somewhere. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust? I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers, and as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thrall to call forth the lunar primal, business as usual for Telafari. House of Divinities. That Mattia fellow you were helping, he's Arcus Sodora, is he not? Apparently tis almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arcus Sodora would be their primary targets, for 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after them. Akyol lies to the west, as I recall. The same direction as Kral's acquaintance, incidentally. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Oh boy. Of course something like that happens. Now watch them kill that person in the next 2 seconds. I swear to fucking... God damn it. Oh my god. Oh my... Keep it up, buddy. Alright, that's it, Garuda. There. And why do I need that for? I can just go around the rock. God damn it. Please fucking stop. Can my character please stop fucking moving? You do not see Mattia from here either. No, leave me alone. Help, somebody help. Mattia's voice, and it came from the north. We're coming for you, Mattia, buddy. Come on. Ah, goddamn. Elephants, get out of my way. Is he up there? No, he's over here. There you are, Mattia, buddy. Jesus, man. You alright, dude? Huh? Where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. You see that those people we knew, you and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Arkasodara were being targeted. There we go. Names. I figured them out. Perhaps it's best if you took refuge in the city. We've considered it, me and the others, but fishing is all we know, the ocean all we have. I see, that's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are, but I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities in the old tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities, they're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? I'll be here all week, folks. You've come all this way to save us, really, to think I had you peddling fish. But to answer your question, yes, of course, we would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please come to our village. We're good, God's-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge and fish. What sayest thou? Shall we pay visit to Akiali? Wonderful. Just follow the road west and down the hill. You can't miss it. Why don't we go with you? Okay, I guess not. So, 'tis the simulacra of Thavnairian gods that are being summoned. If any doubt existed before, there can be none now. The kidnapped Hanish are imprisoned in the tower. I pray that we will be able to save them. Though indeed saving them will mean confronting their false gods, like as not, as you said, we'd do well to study their religious traditions, to Akiali. Wait a minute, actually don't I have a thing to this? Because essentially what I did was, is that the great work? Let me... Never mind, it's not the great work. Okay. I'm surprised at that, but alright. That's better for me, I guess. Welcome to Akiali, my friend. The name means White Beach, and there isn't much here to save that, but please make yourself at home. Your companions have already begun talking to everyone. Feel free to show yourself around and do the same. Any one of us can tell you about our gods, but you could do worse than to start with Kanga and old Hasvieda. They're free at the moment as it happens. Talk to Kanga first. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish in any case. I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is to whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Manusia, beings of wisdom who assume the form of men, and the something. Mirga. Murga? Mirga? Murga? Mraka? Raga? Whatever that says. Beings of might who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings, we strive to be better people and live better lives. I do believe that the Maga sisters come from their divinities. Interested in learning about our gods, you say. That's what I'd like to hear. Pick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Manusia and the whatever, deities who look like men and beasts, respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Manusia, the Mirga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Okay. Likewise, the Manusia coveted the might of the Mirga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between the two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Manusia have worn animal faces and the Mirga the limbs of men. Oh. That actually makes a little bit more sense now. There you are. Learned a thing or two about our gods, I trust? Yeah. While you were off talking to the others, I remembered something that may be of interest. If you could let your friends know, I'll go and fetch it from my home at once. Cutscene, please? Please tell me I get to take a break from talking. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts three of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. They are Manusia. You heard about them already, yes? Three sisters. The center one is the eldest, Senderuva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Senderuva. As a goddess of wealth, she counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Minderuva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and so is beloved by weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. In like fashion to the Manusia, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Mirga, if I may ask? The Mirga hold power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaja's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of the Arcazadora. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons, too. That got Estinian's ears peaked up. It's said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Radzat-Han, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that, if ever the satrap is needed, his dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That is very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Krau's acquaintance, an alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Krau's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Did you say you're going to see not Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes, when you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. Somebody's got a little bit of crush going on here. It's near the tower, too. Actually, that's kind of the closest that we've ever gotten to one of these towers, I'd say. God damn it. Yeah, one of the things I had the most difficulty with was getting aetherites. Because they're in such different places. Oh, this one was by the one that I had activated earlier. She's sleeping or dead? I can't tell. I think dead. Oh, no, she's alive.
What happened here?
It's horrifying.
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Really?
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, we have guests.
Who's
You
this?
must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see. I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Oh. You work for the satrap.
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
Scales? We have new scales?
Wait, what? Why'd they just wake up like that?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
Those are dragon scales.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower.
Oh. They plan to...
Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people?
I'm worse from the students of Beldician. We came to help.
Of course. You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Can't stop popping my head, goddammit. Song's too good.
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
Oh.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar
No.
with Dragon King, yes?
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Oh my god.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Oh no.
I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Oh my god, he's got the creepy blister hands up.
See here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
On the train back from New York that is new, lurking as long as my signal holds. Hey Skyro, how's it going, man? You came in at a weird time.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement. No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk?
Yep.
As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I
So
can
I see,
explain
yeah.
the crux of the situation.
Oh my god, that was so fucking weird. It's like those researchers went, oh my god, you've been fused with dragon blood? Get over here, we want to see how this works. Oh. God damn. Fellow Hrothgar, how are we doing today? I'm guessing this is the place. It's a little... I've been infused with authentic Japanese ramen and I want to go to sleep now. Ow. Oh, allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. Though Kryl herself is tied up with another investigation, Orin is an eminently capable substitute, and we will spare no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify Thavnair commissions? Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack innate protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales provided the most promising. Owing to their etheric density, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the scales provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here's where you and your blessing of light come in. Whatever it is, just leave it to me. If I have to smash something, I'll break it. If I don't, I'll do whatever the hell else you want me to do. Thank you. Lest you wonder, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I'll explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. In that case, Oriange and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the... whatever that last word was. If you exit the great work and turn south, there will be a hill to the right. I will meet you at the top after seeing to some preparations. Alright, let's get our move on. Not this way. This is the way we have to go. Whew. I hope you didn't have trouble finding this place or climbing the hill. Not all are accustomed to the physical strain. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many a sleepless night. The drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficacy. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe aether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you are ready. I shall be observing from a safe distance. Well, considering it's right next to you, I don't think that's a safe distance. Alright, we're just following it, I guess? Wait, what did the lantern just talk to me? As if it's a fucking robot? Alright, keep going. That's phase 1. Phase 1 went off without a hitch. Two. That was easy. Now for 3. This isn't that bad, you know? Alright, last. Just one more blast and we are done. That was easy. Ah, you've returned and not on your knees. A promising sign, but come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Thank you. I shall replenish this ether for when we test the talisman. So no dizziness or nausea or anything of the sort? You're feeling perfectly fine? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it, spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some with the recent spate of kidnappings, however. We, Arcasadora, travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. I'm in your debt. Without further ado, let us head to Kajaya's footsteps. It is situated on the road which runs east of the Great Work. Please just let the fucking thing. I'm gonna fucking kill you, you goddamn drifting piece of shit controller. Oh yeah, by the way, if I'm angry, you know why I'm angry. I can't stand this fucking drift. Alright, let's see. I may be simply... I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed. Look out, Orin. Ah, we are. That's fine. I got Ifrit with me. I don't like how that just happened. That's not normal. Gods, but that gave me a fright, to think that the moment I ventured outside the safety of the work. Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're alright, I hope? Yep. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now, just through these pillars and up the rise. Oh, God. That scared the shit out of me. It never stutters or does anything like that, this game. So having it do that just scared the fuck out of me. And here we are, Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who followed in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is that spirit weed grows here in abundance. I will set about harvesting it once, if you would be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers are like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. There's the kidnappers and then there's the beasts. Not having poison is so fucking weird. Because my urge is just like simply to you know, you just press down on the X, R2X. That's gorgeous.
Yes, that would be Radzat Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Really? Oh, that explains why I couldn't enter it.
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing.
What can you tell me the trust satrap?
Well, he is the most important person in Radzat Han.
Really?
Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the warlike Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
Oh, so that's why those are the ones that the Guardians were using.
Until a clan of Hjord from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves.
Oh?
It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people, but when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzat Han to thrive all these years. And it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
City's beautiful. Can I go now? I just want to enter there. Can I just go? Please?
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
I come all this way
Oh
to
my
admire
God,
one of
it's him.
splendid towers.
And what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen? Another body, another time. Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plans.
Why does his voice change?
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
He sounds different. Just who are you, Fandaniel? I have enough spirit weed to last us a good while. Thank you for keeping watch. Let's head back to the great work, shall we? No. Fucking... Fuck out of you, goddamn controller. Oh boy. That was weird, though. Like, his voice completely and utterly changed. Orin, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're that little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talismans. Ah, you are both back. Excellent. I have a message for you, Mistress Donna. It would seem the stores of Giant's Gall are running low. What? But when last I looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure. Anastinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain. But we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. Oh no. Although I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch the Giant's Gall? In case you're not familiar, Giant's Gall is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciplines, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found, aptly named Giant's Gall Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take much of your time. May we impose on you once more? I mean, I'm not the best oarsman, but I can do something. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. If it so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to the outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of Hamza, Mistress Nidana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the Hamza to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. Oh, that mission wasn't there before. Oh, well, I guess, there were no missions here before. Before the story started. Here are our Hamza, Orin. If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close kin to your Eorzean dodos. Hamza have long been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the largest of these was recently seized by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant host repurposed its remnants as an outpost. That is where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us first make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh god, I'm screenshotting the shit out of this. Oh, so they're like giants is what you think of them as. Well, thanks for the tour. Oh, hey, I haven't been here yet, so... guess that worked out well. Here's the hatchery. No problem, man. And here we are. Manned by the Radiant host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, well, who should it be but young Varshan? On an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been, what, 2 years now since he took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may now be, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but still I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will... Nabdeen, thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of him. Permit me to introduce Orin Duske of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes. Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You two, bring Varshan the latest report and answer any questions he may have. I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you could tell us about the Telephori? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet that we won't let those bastards have their way. Well, we'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Hell yeah. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. The Tower of Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did on the Isle of Narunair. We're safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are they dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique. Then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Something tells me that, Zenith... no, that, Van Daniel's gonna do something about this. It occurs to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our rank. Even so, we've struggled to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions they came in force, we had to pay a heavy price. What are the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? Yeah. So it's as much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls for outside aid to be answered. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub both, Radzat ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everything will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand. His mind will keep me here a while longer, however. I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamza, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together. Till we meet again. Giddy up, boy. Gotta be careful here. Oh boy. There's a fate over there. I don't want to touch that. I discovered 2 new locations in one. Here we are. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Skull grounds, and I am Nuha. Is there something you require? I have been asked to be here. Giant Skull for the alchemists, you say, but of course they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Here you are, a sack of the purest Giant Skull. We always set some aside for our alchemist friends. When you deliver it, let the good folk of the great work know that we're grateful for their efforts. If they need more, they need but ask. I kind of want to try and do this really quick. That was easy. Using a little bit of Mr. Hildebrand over there. I mean, Manderville, sorry, Manderville. Stop. Stop. Stop! Thank you. We'll teleport down to the Great Work. Ah, welcome back, Orin. Dare I hope you have the Giant Skull? Yep. Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype, one that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it is ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. What's happening here? Is Heidelin gonna appear or something?
I see our taskmasters have allowed you
Oh,
a
never
moment's
mind.
respite as well. You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
I get the feeling too.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat. Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we?
I know, right?
They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration.
I get what you mean. I mean,
The
I
victors
sort of get
this
what you
war
mean.
alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Daniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
I didn't expect the orgy part. You
spat
sure
upon
this
by
is still
fate
rated
and
T?
waiting in the deepest pit of despair. Who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear.
But bear them we still. Bear them we
Vengeance
still.
is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Yep.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
I agree with that one.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
Yep. Fandaniel. About to beat that ass. And he's gone.
What is it? What did you see? Fandaniel, are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds. This is the one.
At long last.
They did it.
Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments.
That's amazing.
We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I agree.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field.
Fair enough.
It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place. To accompany me to the Tower of Zot.
You
Should the scale
you
prove
want to go out
effective,
there?
as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. The other one sounds like a dickhead thing to say. Come on.
Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
I mean, the good news is she's not a fighter, so, you know.
But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Or her.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
Let's go to the Tower of Zot. I agree with the title of that, Tipping the Scale. That is very much indeed what we are doing. Just run. I am enjoying this story so far here in Thavnair. It's very interesting because it's like on one hand you had the dickheads over at what would you call it? At Charlian, and then you have the people over in Thavnair who are actually concerned about this. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your head. Of course I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessings are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. This reminds me of...
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence.
Of the story of, the mermaids in the Odyssey.
Any moment now.
Like the old school, like, Odyssey, like, story book.
It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
Yep. Who's driving the boat? Is she driving the boat? I hope she is. Because then we don't have to deal with somebody else.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
It seems to be waning a little bit.
A few more steps. Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
There we go. I guess we did it.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets. What?
And Fandaniel has fucked everything up. She just yeeted her inside. This is that dungeon. Where is she? That's horrifying.
go! Let me go!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
Van Daniel, you bastard, you better let her go. Shit.
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid.
God damn it, Van Daniel.
The similarities are striking.
To what?
My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased.
You call that art?
My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting.
Patrons of old.
Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian.
Yeah.
I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Van Daniel's knowledge and memories. But I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am.
What do you mean by that?
How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded. I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
No. No, 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 no.
Then I
You're not
expect
saying.
you've heard of me. The old me.
You're
At your service.
fucking Amon? What?
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met.
Van Daniel was
Day
fucking
after
Amon?
day of unbroken, unshakable peace.
That little shit?
Existence.
Oh my god, I thought he was dead though.
Fulfill. And ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments?
So wait a minute,
That
he's...
fool was beside himself with panic when
He's
he
an
awoke
ancestor
with the head
to-
of a bull. Even his cries for help
To Graha?
emerged as so much guttural lowing.
Am I right about that, or am I missing something?
Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No
Okay.
more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation, slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Armon. No matter how vast
recognize
one's
him.
empire or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
I remember him.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose
Emmett?
this war. And so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
So we fought a clone of Amon. We didn't fight the actual Amon. It's been such a long time since the Crystal Tower,
fall
guys.
of the
Oh my god.
Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
And that's why he wants to end everything. That's fucking crazy. Where'd he go? Okay.
So easily distracted. Why? I almost left without saying
I was gonna say. Seemed kind of rude to you.
As for your friend, you needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the primals.
Yeah, no thanks. I'd rather take him back.
If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades. We shall meet again. Not in one of these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Xenos. What do I do? My friend's fucked, Fandaniel's Amon, and I'm left speechless. You are returned, but where is Mistress Nidhana? Manusia preserved, just when we had succeeded in making a talisman. I must report this at once. Meanwhile, please return to the great work. I'll try. If my fucking controller would let me. Thank you. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What's happened? So it was Fandaniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily, lest we endanger Nidhana and the other captives. First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidhana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Oh, Nidhana. Can you answer me this? Though Nidhana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Yes. Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidhana proved at peril to herself, so let us make more scales, that she and all those who were taken might be saved. Aye, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. My friends, the satrap has been made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates his pledge to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you this link pearl, that he might personally discuss the production of the warding scales with you. Wow. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidhana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Radzat-Han for an audience with His Excellency? Yeah. We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands can only be a benefit to all. Then it is settled. Please, come to the gates east of the Giant's Gall grounds, and I will show you into the city. God damn it. There has to be a body of water right near there. Wow, it looks like we're already almost close to the end of all the level 80 to 81 quests. And we're actually pretty close, I think, to the dungeon. Because think about it, we have all the stuff made for it, now we just have to go in there. But first I want to go to Radzat-Han. I want to see what this place looks like. Because, well, I have an idea of what it looks like. I saw the previews and everything, but, you know. Oh, I guess we're not going that way, huh? Actually, I think we are going in that way, maybe. You know, Thavnair is a pretty good place. It's got all these very interesting areas. Hey, how long have you been here? What are you doing out in the middle of the road? Dumbass. There's Thavnair. Or, I'm sorry, Razat Han. All present, then let us proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Oh, does that mean I can't, go ahead and grab the aetheryte really quick? You know, just really quick. You know, like, just a little bit? No? Later?
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Razat Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye.
Oh, well, that isn't creepy at all.
The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun.
I'm scared. Maybe less so.
The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets.
The treasure maps. Ilsabard, Razat Han.
But no such scenes to savor now.
Oh.
To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
That's kind of sad. It's barely even there. They're just standing around now. Hiding. It's kind of sad to see this, you know?
Here we are. Megaduta.
Oh, is this the place that,
It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
No aetheryte.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
Yep.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside.
I agree. Unfortunately, it would be kind of weird for me to go, hang on just one moment. Runs all the way to the middle of the city. Let me just tune to this really quick. Alright, what were we doing again? Oh yeah, end of the world. Right, got it.
Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Razat Han.
Ah.
Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale.
Yep.
Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people,
may I express to you our sincere gratitude.
Not everything went to plan.
I assume you speak of Nidana. A regrettable incident indeed.
Yeah.
Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman. That it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I don't know if it's a good time to be sitting around right now.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Oh.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
As you wish.
He's not the actual...
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
I'm guessing this is Vritra.
I am Vritra.
Called
and
it.
For years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers.
Oh, he's the younger one.
Was spawn. I was last to hatch.
Oh. It's the last one.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat Khan had an alliance with a dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair.
Ah. Smart.
Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict.
I see.
A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat Khan.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Interesting.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end.
He's got a point.
I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who joined me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Oh, shit.
'Tis here, buried within the semblance of flesh. The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Razathan. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my will.
So he's been literally watching us through somebody else.
That would explain why I felt the presence of a dragon upon our first meeting.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian warm blood.
Whoa.
From the very
this is awkward.
first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bare his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rads Adhan.
Yes.
With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
That's kind of true, I mean.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Yep.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me.
Me?
Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings.
Yes, we have.
Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
Okay.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk.
I agree with that.
Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go. Steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall we spend in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
What?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads Adhan, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
I'm surprised that he acted so calm about him. I thought that Estinian would make him hostile, but instead he's kind of okay with it. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing, unless of course you enjoy violent nausea. I mean, I already have, pretty much. Unless if you mean the one inside of that city, which I can't access, it seems. Oh boy. I guess we're going to the dungeon, boys. First dungeon of the game. I don't know how to feel about this. My controller is completely and utterly fucked. So, this is going to be interesting to play with friends. Or just in general. There we go. Let me get into the main hall. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Charlian. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let us take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Since there has been progress in both investigations, shall we share the findings from our respective journeys?
Your time in Thavnair has certainly been eventful.
Oh yeah, say that.
In my opinion, carrying out Vitra's request and assaulting the Tower of Zot should be our highest priority.
Yep.
I agree. While I still have questions concerning the Forum and their grand undertaking, we have all but exhausted our avenues of investigation. Simply pressing them any harder on the subject will almost certainly result in our expulsion.
Yep.
Therefore, I suggest we explore the ethereal sea connection by way of a letter to Master Montoya, then make our way to Thavnair.
I wonder, even with the protection these talismans afford us, what can we hope to achieve once inside the tower? According to Orenvold and Fodola's report, they were unable to free the Emulger. Worse, their attempts triggered the tower's defenses, which led to a summoning of Luna Ifrit.
Yep.
What does it tell us that the Spires even have such defenses? Simply pulling a prisoner from the wall is fatal, thus the direct approach is doomed to failure from the outset. Any further measures to dissuade such actions seem unnecessary. Unless, of course, there is a way to free the prisoners without killing them. Then it stands to reason that any intruders will be met with overwhelming force.
Yeah, that would seem
The
likely.
towers appeared throughout the world in but the twinkling of an eye. 'Twas by magical means these structures were raised, I surmise. A spire thus conjured must needs be maintained. And I suspect an arcane catalyst, some manner of core, doth lie hidden within.
Like the Death Star, we go in, we go pew
and
pew.
The power ceaseth to be.
Kill the
thus
core.
liberating the captives without harm.
So we can hope. And I would prefer to enter the tower with a working theory than with no plan at all.
Yep.
Assuming Ishtola's reasoning is correct, the chances of the defenses remaining dormant are small to none. Any primals will have to be dealt with, and defeating one will likely only lead to the summoning of another. Our every victory will only compound the prisoner's suffering.
May we not then divide our forces? Those proficient in healing will focus on sustaining the captives. That duty can be covered by Urianger, Kryl, Yostola, and myself.
Okay.
The remaining scions will proceed with the search for the core. Admittedly, this strategy puts both parties at greater risk, but it should bolster our chances of saving the Arcosodora by a considerable margin.
I agree with that. Are you sure Alphino is in the right group?
If you're to fight primals, then you'd best have at least one healer with you.
I know, I'm
And
joking.
I'm more than happy to fulfill that role. I found wielding a sage's armament to be rather intuitive, and look forward to testing them against a more challenging foe.
It seems we have a plan. All that remains is to carry it out. I will inform Radzat Khan of our movements, so let us make our preparations and regroup near the tower.
The military post in what's left of the Hamsa hatchery should serve as a convenient staging point.
That sounds perfect. And remember, the experimental aetherite at the confluence is there for those who need it, so there's no excuse for being late.
Right. Let's pound some heads in already. Been waiting for this, baby. Up, almost went to to Labyrinthos. Wrong place. Here we go. So I do have to say this, though. This is going to be a nightmare. I'm going to have to explain to everyone that, hey, if I, for some reason, suddenly go running off in a weird direction, yeah, my controller has drifting issues right now, sorry. I can't help it. You know what, when I stop, I'm going to actually type in the chat over there. I'm going to type in the party chat. I'm going to switch this real quick. Party. Up, moving. Funny. My apologies. There. You might say, well, there was no party members. Yeah, well, when I get party members, I could just literally pop that in easily. Alright, I'm ready for this. I've been waiting. Our friends of Eorzea, we've been expecting you. You and yours will lead the mission into the tower, I'm told. The warning scales will be delivered soon. Till then, please stand by at the boat we have readied. When your fellows arrive, I will direct them to join you. We pray for your safety and success. Oh no. Another waiting spot. Oh. Wow. Cooperating today, eh, controller? Better cooperate for the rest of the fucking dungeon. If this is the future of Aetheryte travel, I think I'll stick to boats. Aye, no warning, however emphatic could have prepared me for that. On account of which we are a little late, but fighting fit, mostly. My friends, permit me to thank you for accepting this mission. You must be, we shall still call you Varshan, I suppose. Indeed, it would not do to confuse our soldiers. Very well, then. For our part, we are humbled that you should see fit to entrust us with your warning skills. Please convey as much to His Excellency. One for each of you. Please accept them with my blessing. Our thanks. With these, we can go anywhere those with the blessing of light can go. Not only for this operation either, but all the ones to come. We can finally break your monopoly on primals. I've been waiting for this day, finally. I don't have to be alone in fighting these fuckers. So have we, my friends, so have we. If everyone is amenable to it, let us review the strategy for good measure. As previously agreed, we will divide into 2 groups. Orr and his band will break through the tower's defenses and locate its core. Meanwhile, the rest of us will tend to the prisoners who will doubtless want for healing due to the duress of repeated summonings. The primals which the tower bringeth forth shall be the deities of Thavnairian myth. As we have no prior experience with such foes, pray exercise the utmost caution when confronting them. We commence the operation at your word, my friend. For the people of Thavnair, nay, the entire world, we must prevail. Here we go. I've been waiting. No! $497. Oh my god. Meld. I'm melding. I did not expect this tonight, god damn it. You have a lot to answer for, game. That's an old-ass glove that I don't need anymore. Yes, okay, perfect. That's all it needed. Now, the Tower of Zod. Well, this isn't menacing at all. That thing has no arms. Alright. Here you go, buddy. Okay, we're just on the run. Oh, I got myself to stand still. And they're just standing right next to us. Need to turn it down just a little bit. Oh no. One of them's losing connection. That's a problem. Oh, those are the sisters. Run. Ruby Disaster, come on, come on. My god, I wish I had my poison. Ah, shit. Wasting my fucking Garuda right there. Menderuva. Ah, this is one of them. Manusia. Oh god. Get out of the way. There we go. Oh shit. Healer help. Healer help. Oh, thank you, thank you. I know the pattern at least now. I think. Oh my god, she moved all the way over there. Alright. I have run out of abilities, my friends. I am sorry. My MP is gone. Oh. Alright. We made it through that somehow. Let's see what the loot is. Okay. Nothing that I can use. Great. Fucking awesome. Good news is I'm getting my MP back, so that's a good thing. Of course I choose Ruby, right? Alright. I'm gonna save up my last, my Titan for, the last fight. Oh god, we gotta move. They're pulling the ads. Which I don't blame them for. Okay, you know what? Maybe it is time to use them. That one's almost dead. Now all that's left is this guy over here. Big boy over here. And neither one of those I can get. I feel like Bahamut's more powerful now. With this astral impulse. Now we just kill this one. Alright, I think we're making good progress here. Some good progress. I got a choker. That's it. Well, I'll take it, I guess. It's something. Up here we go. Ah, shit. What's this? Why can't I move? Oh, fuck. Oh, great. And we're vulnerable, too. That's just lovely. I can see who the focus is mainly throughout all this. Oh, I should have probably moved out of the way. Oh, what the? Which one's the right one? I guess it's that one. Yes, okay, I turned away. Maybe not that time, but you know what? That's fine. Which one's the right one? Yes, okay, perfect. We're surviving Sanduria well. Better than the last one. Yeah, we're almost level 82. Alright, nothing there. Fair enough, I guess. There should be only one more Thavnair, Magus Sister left, so this will be the last set of, This is literally just a Magitech engine. What the hell? The fuck you mean? Those are some big boys over there. Pretty intimidating. What is Searing like? Oh yeah, that's a boost to Ruin. Okay. Let's see what's in this one. Stuff I still don't need. Just keep on following along. I wonder how Dark Knight is now that everything's changed. I heard some people online complaining about it, but I haven't touched it since last time I played it. Maybe it was just a complaint about not many changes happening. Because I didn't see any noticeable changes in the job action trailer. Oh shit. Did the healer die? Oh, they ran out of cooldowns. Okay. It's okay. You're fine. Oh yeah. Need to do that. Alright, boys. It's gonna be a long-ass walk now. Oh, boy. At least this guy's nice enough to, wait. Okay, are you seriously trying to pull more now? When we just pulled a bunch and just died because of it? I mean, I don't blame you, but Jesus, man. I mean, I want to get this done as quickly as the next guy, but you don't see me trying to pull anything. Although, to be fair, I'm not really a tank, so I shouldn't be pulling anyway, so... Alright, that's it. Summoning Bahamut. Astral Impulse is way too good. It makes fighting with Bahamut more bearable. You gotta be kidding me. That... Oh, wait a minute. This must be the last of the Magus Sisters. Yeah, it is. Harbinger's Elect. Aren't they also a beast tribe, if I remember correctly? There we go. Hey, we mapped the realm. The Tower of Zot. It's a good thing that these are automatic spells. Wait, what the... Where'd you come from? Oh my god, oh my god. Let's see if we could try and take out one of the other ones first. Oh my god, they're going crazy. Alright, that Magus Sister seems to be dying. That the one I've been aiming at. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. I see what they're doing. Yeah, that's right, you're almost dead. And I'm dead. I can't see anything. I'm gonna die. Okay, well that was fucked, but we salvaged it in the end. That's the part that matters. Yes. Hey, level 82. I almost said 72. Neither one of those I can take. I will compliment the healer here. Alright, little pain. Actually, I think I've been in parties with this person before. After you? Hopefully that did the trick.
Is everyone all right?
Seems to be.
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
Yep.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
I believe you mean quagmire, but okay.
I believe we stand in the tower's beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtola?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point.
And that would be?
This
that.
is the core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it.
Really?
'Tis as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look.
We can't really look at it. Oh, okay, I guess you could do that.
Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
What the fuck?
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
That isn't eerie at all.
And that should be the end of it.
What now?
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Bully for you! And how are we supposed
Dylan
to
Skull,
survive
let's get
the
out.
fall?
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves!
I pray I'm not too late.
What's he about to do? Boy. Oh. They all seem to be fine. Maybe. Hopefully. That's a lot of people, though.
What happened? Where are we?
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed. Hardly a scratch. But how?
Graha, what did you do?
Raha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Oh, that's what happened.
That explains the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Oh, okay, thank God. I was gonna say, are they gonna kill him right here?
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our new friends here.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Angelo and I will take care of that.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, scions! We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
We got to the first dungeon, and we completed it. Oh no. Let's hope that she's alright. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Razathan for treatment. Alisei and Y'shtola will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment, with support from those who know a healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once you've had a moment to catch your breath. Had enough rest, have you? You never were one for being idle. Right. Varshan bade us come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Ah, wait. On second thought, you and Astidian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the great work. We left Graha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's clammed into a specimen jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsmen at the gate should wave us through. Alright, let's make our way back to Razathan. Speak to, Vritra. See what he has to say about all this. I'm sure he's gonna thank us for all that. Maybe he has some more info that we could use? But man, this has been quite an episode so far. We actually made some progress in things. Had our first dungeon today. Very exciting today. Ah, honored scions, you are free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentry stationed at the fountain atop the steps should be glad to assist you. Though I have been to Razathan before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we best ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. We get to accompany Astidian! Nope, you're tuning. Ah, Master Orin, I presume I understand you are here for an audience with the Satrap. If you require directions to Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The Satrap's residence is situated in Dharma, the highest part of Razathan. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetherite disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Roxas' path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruveda Fibers. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. You said this place was a fucking maze, liar. here's another one. Heading to Megaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. That's all I need to know. I'll be grabbing this really quick. And since this is going to be difficult, we're going to be doing all this legwork here today, since we can't teleport back here. Which is weird, because we can do those just fine, but we can't touch the main aetherite. Whatever. It happens, I guess. Sorry, sir. And I'll grab this one. What? It's the first time I've ever seen an airship landing that actually, like, has a Ethernet next to it. If you are here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for the airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Oh, okay. That's simple. Oh. What do you have to say about this, Estinian? I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamza myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Oh, God. He was looking at another piece of Hamza. Oh, God. And there's the next Ethernet shard. Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire after your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course, we've been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber if you would please follow me.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
I'd assume so, otherwise he wouldn't be standing right now.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent in more ways than one.
Yep.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
How about you first? Glad you're fine, buddy.
For your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present
thank
this
you.
letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
I will gladly take them.
We are humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh my god, yeah, Jesus.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply.
I'm sure he heard about all that.
And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made.
Oh.
In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Well, you did a good job at it, I'll say that much.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Let's hope he does. Come on.
Nay, when war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company.
Oh.
He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth not, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
Oh.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom we must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star. If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
Oh?
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one?
That's a good question.
Midgard Summer did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope.
Aw.
He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind.
That's a good thought.
And portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since.
Wow.
Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydaelyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
She's still a little sus, though.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
Indeed it is.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
Oh my god. The little bow. Little curtsy.
Prithee, a moment.
Oh?
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect.
Oh yeah, that's right, me.
The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor. 'Tis thee.
I only wish you could be here with us now.
I know of his clash with Omega, and the long slumber which was his price.
I completely and utterly forgot that he was still asleep.
Yet even closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world.
Oh.
'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgardsormr's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease.
Wow.
More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
You have a point. Oh my god, no. Please stop. Not already. We're barely in. Please don't make me cry. Oh. Oh. This hurts. Yeah, I know.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
I know. Okay, who the fuck's into... Oh. Makes sense they would do that.
Ah, apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
I hope so too. Bye, Vritra. Thanks for filling me with pain at the end of this episode. So what were you and Vritra talking about? Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the Mulberry Orchard. Oh. God, I guess we're not done just yet. It's gonna make me do this shit? Really? Until we get like a Charlian, like go back to Charlian or go to somewhere outside this area, we ain't leaving. From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Well, thanks for telling me that. I didn't really need to know it, but thanks for telling me anyways. Oh, this one I've already done. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead, then descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Razat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. I will agree that architecture is very similar. Oh, there's the Crystarium, at least. And here's the Aetheryte Plaza. So far, so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass the larger of two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warning scales. Come, let us join them. I was hoping that I could at least... Okay. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for.
Oh, wow.
Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
They probably followed the instructions to a T. Really quick.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Exactly.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper. and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
You saying we go into Garlemald right now?
Of course, we would need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Yep.
Please, I must speak with you.
Nidana. At least she's okay, thank God.
You're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently.
Yeah.
Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Oh, you did it. I thought it was Y'shtola.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yep.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman?
Yep.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
You did good. What the? The flower.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there?
Oh, this?
How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Neither am I.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though
Really?
a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
Ah,
You
that would explain
imply
it.
that it is distinct from ether.
Foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. the only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion.
Interesting.
As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
Interesting.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research.
Ah, I see.
Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
I agree so. I agree with that. But why is it changing?
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
I agree with that. Alright, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. Let's just finish this. And then we'll end today's stream. Man, we have far exceeded the time that we were gonna end. But the good news is that it seems like everything's set up for some crazy adventures later. And it looks like we're gonna be headed possibly to Garlemald next. Finally. Which, thank God. Up, wrong place. Let's talk to Kryl. It's good to be back and with the fruits of our labor safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, Orin. Kryl has apprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So would you like to take a look at your new improved lodgings now? Gladly. Now what's gonna happen here?
Take heart and protect them well.
Oh my...
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Well, thank you for that. Can you please leave me alone?
Lest you wonder, we invited Estinian as well.
But he didn't want to come.
But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
I can imagine so.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
I think that's possible.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
Oh my god.
An excellent idea. Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
I can agree with that.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Quile, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done. If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Neither have I.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Yep.
"'Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction." And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat-Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
You got a point.
Indeed. And in turn, I felt buoyed by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle. Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenor, I presume?
I'd imagine.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion. tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. And I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh.
I see what happened. And these guys can eat. But again, there is a lot of us, so. Shall we call it a night?
One last cup of tea, then. Dickon said this brew helps relax the mind before bed. And gave us some leaves for free.
Oh. What's it glowing now? Green? Oh, God. Yeah, I think we're going to...
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well...
That's kind of
never
fucked up,
mind that.
Daniel.
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news.
Oh,
Our
great.
tower in Thavnair has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes questionable.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Oh, he knows.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
Doesn't seem like it does, no.
No. All else is... equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing.
Oh, wow.
The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke.
Wow, that's a very nihilistic point of view there.
Came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
Okay, yeah, Xenos is just as simple as he sounds. Kind of disappointing, but...
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Really? I didn't take him for
Mercy,
that.
my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting too was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you.
Huh.
And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
That's a very weird way of putting it. Yep, let's just keep on looking at the moon. Alright, everybody. Unfortunately for us, I'm gonna have to call it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already and you enjoyed what you saw here tonight, and you want to support the channel in any way, just leave a follow here on Twitch, like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me over on Twitter to stay up to date if I want to go live next. I'll see you guys next time. Let's see if we can raid anybody here. Okay. See if we can raid Raptor-chan right now. She's currently doing some leveling in 14, so that's why I'm fine with raiding her. Hey, there we go. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.